Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are Solomon! Goal! Israel! The first significant strike. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Israel leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. And here's Solomon. Solomon finds himself offside. Great defending, strong and determined. He's in a great position here. This looks promising. Can he finish? Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Good ball, good take. Tries a shot! Loose ball, and one more try! And that's a tidy finish. They are purring, truly purring. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Israel are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Chance for a shot! It's off target and by quite a way. Solomon. That's really well manoeuvred.
Oh, great feat, that.
Oh, that's a key interception. It's a good ball out wide. Shot could be on.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Picked up, and he's had a shot! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And that is all they have time for. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Israel are relentlessly steamrolling their way to victory then. 3 goals scored without reply. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! They are playing them off the park. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Great chance! And that has faded wide.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it.
Takes a shot! Oh, it's a beauty! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And that really is so impressive. Israel can now introduce the first of their substitutes. At least that has given their people something to smile about.
Number 22, number 12, number 21.
Israel still have the cards to affect this game.
Number 3, number 13, number 7.
He's being urged to shoot, and he shoots! Well taken goal. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
After 70 minutes is
So
number
could
10.
they be onto something here?
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And he is going into that little black book.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Substitutions taking place.
Nice control. Referee has just said play on. Sahavi. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And he cuts out the supply. Iran are looking to break at pace. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Solomon. Now there's a fine ball. They want to be quick to recover this.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Sahavi. Now it's Sahavi. Can he finish? Oh, that's fabulous! About as smooth as it gets. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. He's on it, can he get away? There's the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Keep the ball and you win the game, it really is that simple. Solomon. And that's that. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect. To win, they will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions.
So the gloves are off as two of Sao Paulo's biggest beasts prepare to do battle. Corinthians and Palmeiras have plenty of history, plenty of titles and silverware between them. You can just feel the electricity in the air here. This is one highly charged occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Jim, this one always matters.
Well, don't let the word friendly get in the way of a good rivalry. These players certainly won't, Peter.
You wouldn't have thought they would. You've got to expect this to be full throttle, surely.
Yeah, they'll be as strong as usual, but I'm sure these players will commit their all.
So straight into the action. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. Well, that's a foul, free kick's been given. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Andreas Pereira. That's really well manoeuvred. Could move up a gear here. Played out towards the right wing. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's a promising position. Plays it across. Andreas Pereira. And it's made its way to him. Goes for goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
He shifted it to the flank. Space for him to turn and look. He's got away. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he is going into that little black book. And it looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
And again! Andres Pereira.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So between them, no goals at all so far.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition, something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. And so the action is resumed. And he shoots! And that is doing no harm at all.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, pinches it off him. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing, no progress. Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's fabulous. Chance! Oh, off the bar! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He's having a shot! It's in! It is the pick-me-up they all longed for. An act of great generosity, accepted gratefully, indeed gleefully.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting cut out like that.
Corinthians have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
That has been slung wide. Under an awful lot of pressure. And the finish! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Corinthians can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Substituição no time do Palmeiras.
They're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff. Corinthians really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
shot! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Foram indicados 6 minutos de
And he
acréscimo.
shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. In he goes again! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
That's really well cleared. Memphis Depay. Deep into stoppage time. Tries to pass it through. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. That's good play. Cross into the box. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So, that was the second half.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next. Well, we are already up and running again. Shapes to shoot! And one more try! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Into the channel. Oh, he's found support out wide. No, that was never going to make it. Not the most accurate pass. That's an imaginative pass. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. This looks promising. He's on it, can he get away? And we're halfway through extra time. Well, no question, the will exists to try and win it, but limbs are tired, options are depleted, and time now is short. Palmeiras are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Camisa 15.
And the action has already restarted.
Substituído pelo jogador,
This has
camisa
been
6.
enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Gustavo Enrique. And it's Memphis Depay. Looking for the run. Great chance! And again! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, what has happened here?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Andreas Pereira. He's in a great position here. And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? So there you have it. Penalties. So we've done it. We've been there. We've gone the full 12 rounds.
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
A brief rest, and then it will be time to refocus. So, are we ready? Boy, you can feel the tension. Andreas Pereira to get things going. And he's hit the frame of the goal!
It's a brave attempt, but he really should be getting it on target.
All eyes on him as he places the ball. Memphis Depay pondering where to put it. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, I think he had the measure of that all the way, Peter, and he is pumped.
Now that is how to take a penalty.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
Up steps the man with the armband. Oh, and the keeper guessed right too. A swift riposte. We're on to number 3 here. Oh, great save! That is a great save! No! Denied remarkably! Well, whatever he did, it worked, did it not, Jim?
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge.
Oh, it's high!
Oh, I feel for him.
So the 4th man in line walking up to the spot.
Well, if you have any doubts, that's what you do to conquer it. We're talking about a pressure penalty.
It's saved, and it's over! So it all ends in heartbreak, all the effort, all the exertion, all the exhaustion, and it counts for nothing. The end of the game. Reflections?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really does hurt. It's about the fans, and when you let them down, it hurts that bit more. I mean, you can do all the right preparations and still end up on the losing side. I don't think they'll be going out tonight.
That's it